Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as we are playing with France in the random ideology mod. So this should be the finale episode. I'm going to try and, even if it's got to be a little bit extra long, I'm going to try and make this the final episode. We'll see. They still do have a bit left before they capitulate the Russians. They're currently at 83%. We have our troops pushing forward under AI control. And hopefully they'll be able to get this finished up. I did create a little front here. We're going to attack them from behind and get all their territory here and get the ports, and maybe we'll cut them off and destroy them. So yeah, we got 3 divisions that are going to take care of that for us, because I think we might be losing a little bit of victory points there. While the rest of the armies push forward across here and over here. Also created a front here, and I went ahead and reassigned a lot of our planes. We had a bunch of planes in stockpile, so I went ahead and got fighters in all the areas that we're fighting, and hopefully they'll be able to get the air superiority bonus there, because remember, the AI, the Russians and the British and the Germans, all of their planes are overstaffed in these air bases, so their efficiency is incredibly low, which is allowing us to dominate the skies, because they're putting too many planes out there. They just don't have the air bases for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, guys. One thing I would like to mention before we do start, though, is I know that there are a lot of people who subscribers who watch my Hearts of Iron 4 content, and for whatever reason chose not to watch this series. So they'll come to the finale to see what we're going to be doing next, see what the next series is going to be. I'll talk about that at the end of the video if this does turn out to be the final video. I'll talk about it after we finish up the peace treaty, about what we're going to be doing next. Alright, so let's go and get started. Let our troops move. Obviously, they're under AI control, so there's not a lot that we have to do here. We're just kind of helping out, trying to wrap stuff up where we can. I might go ahead and sweep across here real quick, see if we can do that, and just, cut troops off. Any troops that might be over here. We're going to cut all these guys off. And it looks like that division right there is going to get cut off. They don't have a lot of divisions right now. Yeah, I don't even need your expeditionary forces at this point, United States. It is a wrap. So yeah, those tanks are going to wrap that up for us. We should have the divisions coming down here at this point. Yes, they're here. Let's go ahead and grab the territory from the Japanese, because, they obviously, we don't have to worry about them because they cannot be on our territory. So we'll go ahead and take that from them. And just taking a look at this situation over here, because I want to get this wrapped up. If we can, get this finished here, get these guys capitulated, that would be nice. I don't think they have a lot of divisions, so it's not going to take a ton off the field, but it'll take a few. And I'm going to keep on selecting shit here, even though it's irrelevant. It's really not all that important to be changing these up, because this equipment's probably never going to get to our troops. But I continue to do it anyway. I did go ahead and get all of the civilian factories and military factories assigned for hopefully quite some time, so that we don't have to mess with it for a little while. Just going to take all these guys and have them deploy up here. And that should, result in all these guys. Oh, never mind, they're not cut off. They're right there. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and have this tank division. We're going to have him come up this way and grab that territory, and then anybody here would be kind of cut off, I suppose, while the infantry wrap this up. Alright, so that looks good. And then our military factories, I could have swore I had these assigned, but you know what? We're not gonna mess with these for a little while, because the factories we have going to the carrier planes are currently damaged. So let's just leave this as is. I think we're done for the rest of the campaign messing with the military factories. I don't see any reason why we'd need to continue messing with those. So the front is done here for the Red Army, so we need to go ahead and, or at least right here, we're just gonna go ahead and delete both these fronts, and then create 2 new ones. Let's have these guys attack this way, and then have this side just attack down here. I'm not really interested in taking Turkish territory. I kind of care more about getting these victory points to get the Russians to capitulate. So we do need to tell them to execute their plans. And Croatia has capitulated. Fantastic news. But it doesn't seem like that really resulted in us getting any land, because, the enemy's all throughout these territories here. Let's go and attack there. You know what? Actually, let's attack there with that guy, and then attack there with this dude. And then these guys, I don't know what the hell they're doing. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Let's attack over this way, and let's attack right there as well. Just trying to get this here wrapped up if possible. So we don't need to leave it paused, there's no reason for that. Alright, so let's just keep our troops advancing across that front there, and should have this wrapped up very, very soon. So they're taking that. Great news. Just seeing what's going on down here. The Blue Army might need a new front. maybe. Yeah, I think they could end up needing a new front, because I don't know. No, they got a front. I think it just messed up because of this here. So the Red Army is going to take care of this so we don't have to worry about it. Oops. Apparently I had a blue guy selected. Going to have them just take all this territory here, while those guys grab this. And let's go up over there. Get that wrapped up. Alright, so these guys are all cut off from supply. So yeah, this should be pretty easy getting this. I think that this is about the line here. So I think we're pretty close to getting them to surrender. Let's get our Chief of Navy finally at the end of the war. That's super helpful. And that's sarcasm if you can't tell. We're at 89%. So we started the episode at 83%. We're almost there. It does seem there's a bit of territory here that needs to get wrapped up with some troops. Let's go ahead and kill them. Finish this up. And just have them go all the way across, because I'm going to forget otherwise. Alright, so getting this wrapped up here is going to be helpful, I think. That's no victory points, but every little province does count towards getting them to capitulate, just by a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and have these guys push forward here. So, if you guys recall, and look at how long this fucking front is. That's right, because the Red Army's going this way now. Well, that's fine. That means they'll be able to push down here even quicker. There's a lot of key victory points here. 5 there, and I'm pretty sure these are all core territories, so yeah, it does all count. But if you guys recall, a few episodes ago, I had talked about somebody criticizing me because they're saying I needed to abandon the air war and just build divisions, which I disagreed with. And I say criticize, and that's kind of being generous. He was actually kind of a real asshole in the comments. Just really, really rude and arrogant. He called my strategy stupid. He said this is my worst campaign I've ever done, and then I was just filled with mistakes, and that I suck, essentially is what he was saying. Just really, really rude. And I feel like I handled it pretty well in the comments, or in the video. I just said that I thought abandoning the air war as a major power would be stupid. And he got so fucking offended, man, this guy. He got really, really offended about me saying his strategy was stupid, even though he opened up his suggestion to me by calling my strategies dumb. So the hypocrisy is just absolutely crazy. But I bring it up because, as I said, he got really, really mad in the comments, like really mad. Just upset that I had said that. And he posted on there kind of just whining at me. And trying to say, how right he was, how wrong I am, and so on, like as if we're losing the campaign. And ended up saying something really, really funny. He said, I think that episode when he made that suggestion was on episode 17. And that was late December 1941. And he had said that if I had taken his suggestion when he said it, we would have already have won a year ago from the last video, because this is when he did the comment, which the last video ended December 1942. So he said we would have ended a year ago, which makes no sense. So basically what I'm gathering from this is that there is a time machine in the game that I didn't know about. Apparently you guys haven't told me about this fucking time machine this whole time I've been playing and you guys been watching. And you didn't tell me there was a fucking time machine? This would have made this game so much easier if I had known. Because yeah, he's saying that we would have won a year ago from when he posted his comment. Which if I had listened to him, and in January of, or in December of 1941, we had switched all our production from planes to factories, then we would have won by December 1941. Now, last time I checked, it takes, at least 3 to 4 months to build divisions out. So if we had changed production up, you'd think that we wouldn't have them until April of 1942. Somehow those divisions can go back in time. And what happened to these divisions I had here? I have no idea. I guess it's not important. We almost got them finished up here. But apparently, yeah, they could have went back in time and helped us win the war a year earlier. So that was a pretty nonsensical fucking comment. But yeah, I thought it was interesting that people claim that there's time travel in the game. Alright, so we've almost got this wrapped up, guys. They should be at least in the 90s here. They are 94% towards capitulation. Armies continue to push forward, but they don't have any lines now, so let's go ahead and... Well, the Red Army does have lines. They're just not executing it very well, so let's go ahead and help them out here since they're having some problems. And I think that these guys should be the one that end up winning this for us. Look at this stupid ass attack. We got logistic companies. All right, awesome. Let's do, well, I guess we'll do the MPs. And not listening to the call of arms, of course. And we have some divisions done training. All right, let's throw them on the Yellow Army. And yes, that's right. I was going to create new fronts. So let's go ahead and do that now. Get these guys, make sure that they're pushing forward here. And we are going to go ahead and actually reduce the Blue Army front. Their front is pretty wide here. So let's go ahead and reduce this down and then increase the Yellow Army's front so that they can actually do some work, the lazy bastards. And Blue Army's actually got a massive front. I know they have a lot of divisions. You know what I think we might do? Just take those two divisions and put them in the Blue Army. Once again, they're probably not going to get here where it's going to be helpful. So let's go ahead and have Yellow Army attack up this way. The Blue Army here, let's delete their front and then have them push forward across here. And then the Red Army has already got their orders. Excellent. So let's go ahead and have these guys execute. Where did it go? Not entirely sure what I did there. Maybe it didn't draw out. Let's try it again. Alright, so we'll try this again here. There we go. Let's have them execute. Yellow Army execute. Fantastico. Alright. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that I didn't get this finished up here. We're going to try and have this cavalry division because it does seem that a lot of these troops here are not actually fighting against us. You know, they're part of that Japanese faction. So we should be able to easily cut them off with this cav division. Or that's the plan anyway. Just come over here and wrap all these guys up and cut them off. Alright, so that looks good in there. I think there might be a victory point here that's Russian as well. No. Oh, yep, that's a core state. Okay, so yeah, if we took that, that'd help out. Help force them to capitulate a little bit sooner. So we are looking at 94%. They're still the only faction we have to defeat. I am a little bit worried about Austria, guys. Not Austria, Australia, excuse me. Because Australia often does become a major power, and remember they're arrayed against us. So that would be really bad because then we'd have to defeat them. So I really don't want to do that. We're going to attack them so that they can take that province and cut these two fronts off from each other. These guys here are cut off, but we don't really have any. Well, we got a division right there that can attack. All right, awesome. And then we'll wrap them up this way. Okay, what are all these? Call to arms. You can have military access, I suppose. Just looking at the African front, they are wrapping this up. Those are that other faction that's down there. We could easily attack this way. Let's go ahead and make that happen. I don't see a reason not to. These guys are pretty weak, so we should be able to get some wins here. And I don't see any Japanese troops here to cause us problems. And let's go grab Cairo up. All this it's all irrelevant down there, of course. It doesn't really matter. I suppose we'll get the next mechanized. All right. It just I don't know, it distracts the AI, I guess. All right. So how are we looking? They are currently 96%. I think that's what they were at last time. But as you can see from the fielded manpower, they have just a little over 1 million. We've got 3 times the manpower against them. So let me just see if I can't help out here, get this done a little bit quicker. Have these motorized. I don't know if there's any more victory points. There's one right there. That's only worth 1 though. Same thing here. Yeah, there's just not really any key victory points past this point. So let's have that wrapped up. So yeah, just kind of no. So yeah, it just kind of forces us to just take every single fucking province over here. But you know, it is what it is. I don't know why they changed that, or why they didn't rebalance it a little bit so you didn't have to conquer so much of Russia. I think they just wanted it so that it wasn't just you taking, you know, Stalingrad, Leningrad, and Moscow and then forcing a capitulation. And I understand that, I suppose. But yeah, it does seem that you have to conquer more than you should have to conquer, personally, I think. So we almost got that wrapped up. We have some divisions here that could finish these 2 off, so let's go ahead and make that happen. We can attack over this way as well. It looks like we should be able to get some wins there. And I think that we're soon going to be entering into Turkish territory. And then, I don't know what you guys are doing, but why don't you stay on that front. And let's go and attack over this way. Yeah, because I want to say, And I want to say that this is all the Turkish state. So we've already taken all the Russian territory down here, and now we're going to be entering into Turkey. Let's go and attack over that way. Looks like that guy's pretty weak. We did finish up here, so these divisions will be coming down and helping us out. I want to say that there's one more victory point here. Yeah, one right there, but we've gotten the ones that are worth the most. Let's just have these guys come up behind here. We'll attack right there to lock that division down. Should be getting that wrapped up soon. Looks like the Blue Army... Okay, they're not on their front yet. Their front's actually about to get messed up, though, as soon as they get to this lake. So maybe I shouldn't have had them go down that way. I don't know. Is there any other victory points we can have these motorized and tanks kind of beeline towards? Not really. Yeah, it's just about taking provinces at this point. And then this guy needs to wrap this up. I don't know why he's having issues with it. And we got our decryption. Excellent. So we are done here. Once again, it's irrelevant. It's not really that important. I suppose we'll continue down here. We are in 1943 now. I don't know why I have to keep going towards the text. I can let the factory sit. I can let the experience sit, but the text I just can't. I got to keep going, man. There's a victory point. I'm going to grab that up. Let's have these guys push forward. I don't know why the Blue Army troops aren't really pushing forward here without us forcing them to. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Because they have orders to go further, and they're just not. I think they just don't want to get too far ahead of the rest of the line, if I guessed. If I was guessing, I assume that'd be why. Alright, so, yeah, I think once they get past this point, it does create two fronts, so that's going to mess things up. So we'll have to make sure that we check that, and they don't all end up on the wrong side, all going towards the smaller front, because that's exactly what will happen, because it's always the way it happens, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and have these guys beeline down to here. Get that wrapped up. Let's take a look at where we at. We are 99%, so almost there, guys. Should have that in mere moments. Should have that wrapped up. And we got the anti-tank upgrades. All right, that was actually pretty quick. 72 days for the next one. Let's get... No, we're already done with that. How about infantry equipment? Yeah, we'll do the infantry anti-tanks. Okay, how did we do over here? Looks like they're kind of messed up. It doesn't matter, guys. We'll just attack. We'll just do manual over here. Doesn't really matter. We'll have these guys. We'll just have both of them attack over here. Should get a win pretty easy there. These guys attack across here. All of this down here is irrelevant. It doesn't really help us towards beating the Russians. That's why I'm not even willing to take the time to do an offensive line. Though, I suppose an offensive line would probably be quicker than what I just did. So we're now in Finnish territory, which I don't want. So let's go ahead and reduce that. I want this all to go into my hands because I'm greedy like that. And let's go ahead and grab her. You know what? There we go. Looks like it's end. Russian Empire has capitulated. And that does create, or does allow for the peace treaty. All right, awesome. I'm excited to do this, guys, because I think we're going to take over all of Britain and Germany. We have a lot more points than the nearest ally of ours. They are we're about 4 times more points than them, almost. So this is going to allow us to do quite a bit, guys. So let's go and get started. I want to take over the territory here first, and no, not right there. Hopefully they don't create a Germany or a Britain puppet. They probably will, though, because they're communist. We're playing with communist allies, so we're probably going to see them wanting to create German and British puppets and stuff. So that would be unfortunate, but there's really not anything we can do about it. So let's go and make sure we pay attention to our points as we take these. I don't want to, and I want to make sure that we get Berlin. And I think that probably looks good for right now. Maybe I'll go after those here in a minute, but I want to make sure that we get the British territory too. The key British territory, the one with all the damn factories and dockyards. So let's take all the southern part here. It looks like we'd actually take more. We could take that as well. So we're going to grab up, that's what's left of Belgium. So we'll take that. What else could we take here? Obviously, I would like to get Egypt in my hands, but I think that these are kind of the keys here. It's taking over, I already had Belgium in my hands. It's taking over Germany and Britain. So let's go and grab up most of Britain. We'll leave Scotland and Ireland for right now, because I really want to focus on taking over all of this. I'm not going to leave anything for the damn Italians. They don't deserve anything. So they didn't help out very much. They could have been a lot more helpful. All right, so that's where we're out of points. With that one right there. Nope, we can take one more. Okay, I almost want to puppet the Bohemians. Yeah, I kind of want to puppet them. Let me see how much that would cost, us puppeting the Bohemians, because I would like them as puppet. We can puppet them. Can we puppet the Portuguese? Oh yes, and the Russians. We should probably puppet them as well. It looks like that's a bit too much. But what we're going to do is I am going to puppet these guys first, because if I don't do it, then the AI will do it. And I don't want them to do it. So we're going to puppet them first, those three. I almost want to puppet the Hungarians too, to make sure they're underneath us as well. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Let's puppet the Hungarians. Although I kind of want to let the Italians, you know what, let's let the Italians have the Balkans. I think that would be, you know, it'd be wise. Let them have something for their efforts. A lot of Italians did die in this conflict. So we're just going to pull back from whatever, it looks like that's all we had to pull back from. All right, so we'll pull back there, and that should allow us to finish our turn up here. All right, so that's what happened for us. Looking at the Italians, they did take territory down here, which is exactly what I wanted them to do. And then the Italians puppeted Canada. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that the Americans would be able to do that, or at least start annexing territory. But the thing is that the Americans don't really have, the Americans don't really have many points. Just they have a bit more now. But yeah, they didn't have a ton. We're not gonna be able to do much now. We'll try and do what we can. What do we want to do here? I suppose we could start taking territory for our puppets. But where is Russia at? Our Russian puppet? Yeah, I don't see him anywhere. All right, yeah, I don't know where they went yet, but we'll worry about that here in a minute. Let me finish wrapping this up. I want to conquer this territory for ourselves. All right, so that looks good. And then we're going to take the rest of the German territory here. Take all of their territory. And that's all we can do. All right, that's fine. Let me see. That's 87 points. We might be able to do something, like take some territory for one of our allies here. So let's do that. Let's do Portugal first, because they're a little bit easier. All right, so let's go and grab. Oh, they can't grab shit. What if I do a little one? Nope, can't do anything. All right, that's fine. We'll go ahead and end our turn then. I don't see anything else that we'd want to do. All right, let's see what our allies did. It does look like Ethiopia was puppeted by the Italians. Okay, I thought that was already done. I thought that was one of their puppets in the conflict, but whatever. I'm not going to think too hard about it. So let's go ahead and grab this territory here. And of course, we got to get, you know what? Let's give Poland to the, or excuse me, Danzig to the Polish. So I think, yeah, we'd have to do it this way. So we're going to go ahead and puppet them. And then we'll give them territory here next turn, more than likely. And let's go ahead and give the Portuguese. I should have gave all Portugal to Spain. Like, that would have been what they get for this. But you know what? Portugal or Spain can have Gibraltar. Finally, they got the rock back. Let's give Portugal this territory here, whatever we can. Looks like we'll be able to get it all for them. Excellent. So next we're going to want to, I suppose we can start working on Bohemia. Yeah, I think that would probably be wise. Let's do Bohemia next. Where are they at? Here we go. Let's go ahead and give them their territory. Maybe. Okay, here we go. I don't know why it wasn't clicking there. Oh, okay, they already have it. My bad. So it seems we can't actually give them anything. We do not have enough points for it. Could give them this little one, but that would kind of weird. Okay, there we go. Give them that one. That'll connect it. All right, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Might have to pass a couple times, guys. Because, yeah, I don't see us having the points to do some of this stuff. We'll see what we got. We have 1276. We got enough. Let's go ahead and start working on Bohemia some more. Let me make sure there's nothing else I wanted to do. You know what? I kind of wanted to get the African territories for myself. I forgot about those. So let's grab these up, guys. We're going to grab all of them up. All of those. And then I do want Egypt. So I would like to get Egypt for myself as well. That'll allow us to connect here. So that would be nice. So let's see if we can't get... we should probably conquer from this way to make sure it connects. And I don't think we can get Alexandria. It's a bit too much, as is Cairo. All right, well, that's fine. Can we get this? We can't get that one. All right, so that works out nicely. And I suppose we'll grab that one up, even though it's going to look kind of weird if I don't get this territory that I want. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's worth 0 points. We should be able to get it later. All right, so that looks good. I don't think we can do anything else. We can get that one. Might as well. Yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get these territories, so I feel confident. All right, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Let's see what our allies did. It seems that, all right, Belgium has been puppeted. I don't know what territory they even had to puppet. Oh, well, I guess they did have the territory down here. maybe. So just taking a look at what else the Americans did. They have puppeted Yunnan and Republic of Ma and something else here. Okay, the British. All right, so that's unfortunate. So there will be a Britain somewhere, and they're going to be all colonial. Nothing you can do about it. All right, so let's go ahead and continue taking African territory. Oh, we can't because of the British. Damn it. I should have known that that was going to happen. Fuck. So we don't have our territories connected here. Shit. Damn. That's why I didn't want to take those. I had forgotten about the fact they could have puppeted them. Well, that's my bad, guys. I should have handled that differently. We can't take all the territory here, though. It looks like this is where the puppet government's going to be. So it's unfortunate. But yeah, there's no real other way to deal with this. And we do not have much territory. All right, we'll grab that up. Or much points, excuse me. Can we get this one? We can get that one. All right, so we'll get that one. And I'm going to try and get the rest of these African territories. Let's go ahead and enter turn and then see what we can get this turn. These are worth a lot of points right now, guys. All right. Yeah, Africa's going to look ugly as shit now because of this, but whatever, it's fine. Let's just go in and pass, and so that we'll have some points to actually be able to get something done. I just want the rubber here, so let's go ahead and take that. And it seems that we still have some points, so let's go ahead and start working on Bohemia now, as well as on Poland. Though, yeah, I think that's Poland. No, I think they did end up puppeting Germany. I think Germany's going to be right here. It just sucks, the way the AI, man, the way they work, they mess your map all up, man. And this is why a lot of people like that that mod that allows you to create your own peace treaties, and you're in full control of what everybody gets. I think it's nice to have. But last time I used it in one of these campaigns, it ended up not working properly, so I haven't used it since. And I think that's all we're gonna be able to do. So let's go ahead and end our turn here. And let me see what they did. All right, just satellite, like, I mean, they satellited Egypt. I thought they already gave Egypt to Britain. Yeah, I don't know. And Palestine, which I already have that, so it's just kind of weird the way the peace treaties work. We all know that they're kind of garbage, but nothing to be done about it. Just kind of got to work around them, guys. All right, so we're going to take Bohemia there. We need to get this territory for Poland before it gets all messed up, because then you're going to have Poland over here all weird. So let's make sure that we keep it connected, and we will grab all the Polish territory for them, whatever we can get. And it seems that that's a bit much. Can not even get that little one. Okay. But is anything worth less? No. All right, so we can't do any of that. I'm going to do the Russians last, guys. I don't even know where they're based. I know I puppeted them. Pretty sure I did. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what ended up happening with that. But it's fine. Let's go ahead and enter turn. And we're going to continue doing the Polish. I'm not even going to look at what all my allies are doing. We'll take a look at it. I'm sure they're dicking everything up. We're going to actually have to pass. We don't have any damn points. All right, so let's go and take this. Why is it so expensive for Poland? It's kind of weird. Like, none of this is considered... Oh, that's German territory. Okay, that makes sense. Well, if Germany's going to be right here, I'd prefer that Germany gets this here. Yeah, we'll let Germany have those two. I might take it for them if our allies don't do it. In fact, maybe we should do it for them because they won't do it. At least it'll look a little bit better. I don't know. No matter what, it's going to look ugly. So we're going to give that to Germany. And then it's cheaper to do. And then, of course, we'll give the rest to Poland here. So let's get all this for them. I almost want to give Danzig to Germany now. So they have this little thin strip here, but you know, I'm not going to do that. Screw the Germans and their desires for Danzig and Memel. We're going to give this all to Poland. Although, that is not considered one of their cores, so that makes it extremely expensive. All right, in fact, something else we took was extremely expensive too. Yeah, right there was. All right, yeah, that makes some problems. Let's just, okay. I guess Germany's going to get more than I originally said they were going to. We'll give all this to Poland, and then we'll give the rest to Germany just because of points. And you know what? If Germany's got to exist, let's make them like half decent, I suppose. And we'll give them Memel, we'll give them Danzig, all the things that Germans want. And I think that's it. Yeah, now we just got to deal with the Hungarians, as well as deal with the territory that's down here. I kind of want to leave all this for the Italians to deal with. Let's go ahead and do the Russians instead. And as far as other territory, in the world. I don't see myself really wanting anything else. I would take that there, but you know, I don't think it's worth going for it. There's nothing else in Africa. I suppose we can look to see if there's anything still left of the... No, that's right. The Brits are now an ally. All right. We could also puppet Australia as well. But I want to go ahead and work on the Russians. Let's do them first. One thing at a time, guys. We'll see if there's anything left of Australia. I assume there's not going to be. So let's go ahead and start giving territory to the Russians. We're going to give them... I mean, I guess we'll start in Moscow and then kind of move towards the borders, I suppose. Yeah, we'll move up to the north here. Although it does seem that that's a little bit too much for us. All right, we're going to have to end our turn. Let's go ahead and pass once, and then we're going to start giving the territory to the Russians. So let's give them Moscow. And just all the way up to the north, up to Leningrad. You could always extend their territory out. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think that'd be the best thing to do. Let's give Latvia territory. And it looks like it's not too expensive point-wise either. Yeah, we're going to give them all the territory here. Though, we could have gave that to Poland. Yeah, we could have made all this into Polish territory if we wanted to make a stronger Poland. That's one option as well. But you know what? I prefer to give it to them if it's not too expensive. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'd like to make them strong. Remember, they were originally communist. So why not? Yeah, let's make them stronger. And you know what? We won't give... We'll give Russia one little border with Poland here. That's it. So that looks good. So we ran out of points, though. Seems I took a bit too much here. Damn it. All right, so that's all we can do for them. Let's go and enter turn. And then once again, pass. And then let's try and deal with this again. Give them, I don't know, here we go, Latvia. Give them the territory we're going to give them. Just like that. And we'll give Russia the one border with the Polish there. All right, so let's go ahead and continue taking territory for the Russians. Up here at the top. Just kind of take territory, get all the western territory taken for them first. And hopefully I can remember to pay attention to the points down here. I constantly find myself, you know, just adding to this and not even realizing that you can't take any more. And then I gotta, you know, remove them all. So we're gonna allow a strong Russia. They're gonna be the Soviet Union. We're restoring communism. There we go. I think that's all we can do. Maybe we can take a really cheap one somewhere. Nope. All right, so let's end our turn there. All right, Russians are looking mightier. And let's continue adding to them. I'm not really going to concern myself with the Balkans, as I said. I think we'll allow Italy to do what they want down there. I don't know if they're going to take any more land. I don't know what they've been concerning themselves with. I hate what happened here in Egypt, though. That's irritating. It's not the way I wanted that to be. Was Iraq on our side? I think they were. Maybe we'll give that territory to Iraq real quick. I think we will. Let me see if I can find them in here. Find our good friends Iraq and give them some territory. Because remember, they were an ally this entire time as well. So I feel like it'd be nice to give them a bit of land. There we go. Iraq. Let's give them that. All right, so that looks good. I want to say Iran was an enemy. Yeah, so we're not giving them shit. And Russia. Back to Russia. You know what? The Turks. The Turks were an ally this entire time, too. We should give them this territory here. The Russians need to lose something, right? For them going against us. And the Turks fought hard, man. They fought for the entire campaign almost. You know, even though they capitulated, we still saw Turkish troops out there fighting. And I feel like they deserve something. I probably passed them. I don't know if I did. Let me just see here. Nope, there we go. We didn't pass them. Let's go and give them the territory here. This is what the Russians are going to lose for going against communism. And can we give them this one? We can. All right, so we'll give them that. That's probably going to be it. Yep. Let's go ahead and end our turn here. And then we're going to give the Turks some more territory before we keep working with the Russians. I'm going to give them all the southern territory down here, all the way up to right about there. And the Russians can have the, well, maybe it'd be better if we did it this way. You know what? That looks fine. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go back up to the Russians. And once again, we'll give them Stalingrad. We'll let them keep it. Maybe. It looks like it's kind of expensive, so we can't give it to them just yet. All right, so there we go. Let's go and end our turn. And we might be lacking points. I'll see what I can do here with the Russians, but I think we're lacking points right now. Yeah, we don't have a lot. So let's just pass. And then hopefully that should, yeah, that got us back up to the top. Let's go ahead and give the Russians more territory. All right, so it's going to take a little while to give them all. I almost want to pass a bunch because it doesn't really seem like the AI is interested in any of this territory, and that would allow us to just go through it all at once. But I do want to do it all in order, though, because you never know when the AI will suddenly decide that they want Russian territory, and then it gets all weird looking. Let's go and enter turn. Let's go and pass a couple times. Give us a few more points. All right, and let's get the rest of this taken over. I don't see giving this to anybody but Russia. Once again, these guys were all enemies. As far as Afghanistan goes, probably just puppet them. Let's do that now, in fact. Yeah, let's do... Well, it looks like somebody might have already puppeted them. All right, let's just wait to see what happens there then. And just deal with Russian territory for right now. And these are all pretty cheap, so we passed twice. I think it might allow us to go all the way to Asia. Do we have any like Chinese allies over here? This is where Russia was. I was wondering where the hell Russia ended up. You know, our puppet, because they weren't over there in the west. They were over here. Okay, that's weird. So now we definitely want this to connect. Just taking a look if there's any Chinese allies that we might want to give territory to. Not really. All right, so we'll just give it all to Russia. And we want to make sure this connects here. All right, so that's good. I think we'll be able to get everything. Yeah, it looks like it. All right, so just about done. There we go. Russia is finished, I think. Yeah, I think that's everything. So what territory remains? I kind of want to give this all to America, man. I think I might do that, in fact. Take the Canadian territory, give it to America. And we just see what's left in the rest of the world for ourselves. Like, we'll probably take this island here. We'll take all the British islands if we can. Maybe. There we go. Take that island. We'll then take this territory here. So we have further territory in India. Allow us to extend our control there. And yeah, I guess we'll start working on Australia. I don't think we can puppet them. I want to say... Nope, nobody's puppeted them yet. Yeah, we'll probably just puppet Australia then. Let's go ahead and puppet Australia. And we still need to deal with the Balkans as well. I haven't dealt with that. I'm still trying to allow the Italians to do it. So we'll continue giving them a chance to do something here. If they don't, then we'll have to do it. So we'll deal with Australia first. It does seem that they might have gotten all their territory already. And I kind of want to give this to Australia. Yeah, I think we will. We'll probably do it next. Yeah, we'll do it next turn, though. All right, so that looks good. Is there anything else for good old France to take control of? Maybe some islands over here? Yeah, we'll take that one. Yeah, we're going to take all these here. Take control of those. And that island's already been dealt with. All right, not seeing anything else across the Pacific right now. Okay, that looks fine. What is here? You know what? Maybe I will go ahead and take these. You know, yeah, I'm going to take those. Fuck them. We'll take this as well. We'll take all their islands. This will make this all French. All right, so we'll grab control of that. Just to extend our control of the Caribbean. Just in case the Americans decide they don't want to be communist anymore or something weird like that. And we'll take that as well. All right, so that looks good. And let's take this. And you know what? I guess we'll give these to Spain. I feel like they didn't get enough. We only gave them Gibraltar. I don't know what else they did with their points, but I feel like I didn't do enough for them. So is there anything else? Oh yes, Afghanistan needs to be dealt with. Oh, there's territory here that needs to be dealt with as well. I'm just going to take these for myself. All right, so that looks pretty good. Not seeing anything else over here. We still have points though, so let's... What was the two things I had to do? The Balkans and Canada. Well, let's do Canada first. I'd like to extend American territory. It doesn't really seem like they got a lot out of this. Maybe a couple puppets. I don't know where they're at on here. It looks like they're right there. It's probably going to be kind of expensive giving them stuff, but let's see if we can't connect Alaska with the rest of continental America. All right, so yeah, we actually have a lot more points than I thought we were going to have, so let's just take all this then for the Americans. Help them out. Increase their territory. There's going to be one little puppet Canada there, which I think is an Italian puppet, so they will not have access to the sea. So yeah, we're going to give all that to America, and that looks pretty cool. We could have given them some of that territory in the Caribbean as well, but yeah, they're fine. Is there anything else? It looks like that's everything. All right, so we're done with the Americans, done with Canada. Let's give this to Spain if we can, if we have the points. Imagine we'll be able to do 15. Now we got to find Spain, though. It's kind of a pain in the ass having to scroll through these. I wish there was a search. When you get this many tags, it does take a little while to find something. I feel bad about not giving Switzerland anything now. But yeah, it's fine. I mean, we could have given them a little bit of German territory, but you know what? I don't think they wanted it anyway. They were just worried about German aggression. That's why they got involved. Where the fuck is Spain, man? Of course, they're going to be down here at the bottom. Good God. All right, let's give them that island. All to give them one island. All right. I think that's it. Oh, yes, we'll give them this as well. Let's try and help the Spanish out for being so useful. And we'll give them one of these, and I'll take the other. So give them that one. And then I'll take this one. These are only 1 point. All right, so we still have points left. I suppose we'll go ahead and deal with the Balkans now because, yeah, I don't see Italy doing it. We could take this territory here for ourselves if we wanted to, so we had something to watch the Austrians, just in case they get jumpity. So we have territory all over the world, so we can extend our influence. So I guess we're going to have to deal with the Hungarians now because there's not really anything else to do. Well, I guess there's the Afghanistan. Yeah, there's Afghanistan. I suppose we can deal with that real quick. Let's go ahead and puppet them. And yeah, I guess we'll also puppet. We still got points. So we'll go ahead and puppet we could liberate Serbia. I didn't want to do it that way though. But that has already been dealt with. All right, so we don't want to do that. That'd be weird. All right, so let's instead, let's just puppet the Hungarians, and then we're gonna go ahead and end our turn. And now somebody decided to do something here. All right, yeah, I don't know what happened there, but whatever. Let's go ahead and try and take territory for the Hungarians, at least a little bit here. I'll probably give this to Russia. It's starting to look kind of odd here. Yeah, they puppeted a little tiny Romania, and then it looks almost like the Italians took this. Yeah, it looks like the Italians took all that. That's super weird. Maybe we'll give this territory to we could give it to Bulgaria. I almost want to give it to the Italians though, just so that they have more over here. Yeah, let's see what we can do. See if we can't fix this some. Yeah, there's really not a lot we can do though. So we're looking for the Hungarians, and there's Hungary. Let's give them that. We'll also give territory to the Russians, right there. And then now we're looking we're gonna look for the Bulgarians. I'm not gonna give this to Italy. It's fine. They have a port. They can get to their territory. I don't know why they decided to conquer Romania. I guess they got all that oil though, so that should help the Italians out. Always have oil problems. So just looking for the Bulgarians now. And then I want to say we're done after that. Hopefully I didn't scroll by them. Saw Romania there. There we go. Bulgaria. All right, so we'll give all that. Oh, looks like that's all we can do. Let's go end our turn. And the Italians took the rest. Okay, whatever. All right, so I don't know why they finally decided to get involved. What else is left? Oh, yes, that's right. There's territory over here. Who took it? Okay, it looks like somebody puppeted them. All right, so I was going to give that to Austria, but looks like it would be better to give it to the Kiwi Empire, or I don't know what they'll be called now that they're communist. So let's find them. I don't know where they're going to be at. Try and scroll through as quickly as I can. Hope that, there we go. All right, so let's give them that. And then I want to say that that's it. All right, guys, so that looks like it's done. Let's go ahead and end the peace conference and take a look at how the world looks. Obviously, there's going to be some map gore because the AI fucked everything up. Fucked all my plans up, man. All right, so let's just take a look at how things look. And remember, the Japanese are still at war. They're still currently at war with our faction right now, but we are at peace, so that's what matters. We're gonna get rid of all of these so we can get the best look at the map. And I might also toggle all the AI. Yeah, let's do that. All the AI divisions. Just then clean up the map a little bit so we can take a better look at it. All right, so France controls all of Britain, pretty much all of Germany, I think. Yeah, all of Germany, Austria, and well, it looks like we got all Belgium as well. So that's looking quite powerful indeed. France is no joke. And taking a look at Germany, remember they did come out of this. They are a puppet of Italy, maybe? Yeah, they're currently a puppet of Italy, the Socialist Republic of Germany, and they do have all the territory up here. It's kind of weird looking, but you know what? It's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So the Germans are over here in the east now. Of course, we have the Polish People's Republic, has a little bit of territory over here, and then we have the Latvian People's Republic looking pretty strong as well. And then, of course, Russia lost a little bit of territory. They lost the territory to the Turks over here. But yeah, I think that looks okay. And they kept most of their territory, the Soviet Union. We have Stalin back in power. I don't know how he didn't get killed when the monarchists took over, but he fled to France. He's been chilling in France, drinking wine, I guess. Yeah, we're in France. He's been drinking wine in Paris this entire time, waiting for his chance to take control of the Soviet Union again. France has control of most of Africa. We have this weird-ass situation here in Egypt where I want to say, yeah, Cairo's the capital of Britain. So yeah, this is all British territory here. I'm really salty that I didn't take it. Now, especially this one, I really didn't think I was going to have a problem. At least that would have connected us to here. So that's kind of odd. Yeah, that's really odd, and I can't even give it to... I could give it to Egypt, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm pretty salty about... I just didn't expect them to do anything there. I guess I should have. And they're a puppet of the United States. That's awesome. So the Brits are puppets of the United States. And the child has become the master. Americans now have all of Canada, with the exception of one little province, which happens to be a puppet of Italy. It was pretty much Italy fucking everything up. I guess America fucked this shit up over here, but it was mostly Italy causing us problems, it seems. We have a bunch of independent African countries here, which are all in the African People's Union. So their faction that was created by South Africa has got all this territory down here, but we still have a lot of the territory in Africa. We never had to defend this territory here. We never even had to do anything there since we didn't join that conflict. And I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, Spain got a little bit of territory. They have Gibraltar. They extended their influence. Italians obviously a lot more powerful than they were before. But our faction is quite mighty indeed. If we were to just take a look here at the faction map, this is the Comintern. We control the majority of the world. Of course, haven't really made a lot of progress into Central or South America. Obviously, there's that African faction, and then of course Asia. Asia doesn't really have a lot of Comintern influence at the moment. So if we were to continue playing, then we would go to war with Japan since our faction is already at war with them, and we would try and take over the rest of Asia. In fact, I would not be surprised if the Socialist Republic of Zhaojiang, I don't know if that's being pronounced right in Chinese, but I would assume that they would join the faction, or maybe not. Looks like they're a puppet. Yeah, they're a puppet. Never mind. I take that back. But yeah, we would attempt to get control of all Asia. I think India stayed out of the conflict the entire time. Yeah, but we would want to get all this conquered and make it communist. If we were to continue playing, Arabia also would need to be conquered as well. Maybe puppet them. Maybe just take their territory so we connect our French lands down here with our French lands in Palestine and Syria. So yeah, that is going to be it for the campaign. I had a blast. I don't want to come over here and fight Japan. I don't really see any reason. The main conflict here for us was in Europe, and yeah, I don't really want to come over here. It wouldn't be all that entertaining. Somebody said I should go to war with Japan, especially since I was getting all mad at them, causing problems for us when they weren't at war with us. But what would we do? I mean, we'd bring our naval bombers over there to sink their navy. I don't know how much of a navy they have. And then 93 ships. So it'd be like an episode of me bringing naval bombers over here to sink the Japanese navy. And then after that, it'd be a quick invasion once we control the seas. But I think our fleet could probably beat them. In fact, if I brought my fleet over there, we could actually dominate the seas already. So I don't even think we need to use the naval bombers. So we'd bring the fleet over there, we'd invade them, and we'd quickly conquer them. They never keep enough troops here to defend, so it wouldn't be all that challenging. Just taking a look who else they're at war with. I think we'd have to defeat Thailand too, so we'd ship a bunch of troops over here, fight in Thailand real quick. We'd probably conquer that for ourselves, take all their territory, add them into the French Indochina colony here. And yeah, I mean, I don't see any point. I mean, we're talking about like 2 to 3 episodes probably to get them defeated. So I think that this is good. This is a good place to end it. Not a lot of people are watching this series as well, so I think that's another good reason to end it. So the final thing I wanted to talk about is what we're going to be doing for the next series. So I don't think I'm going to play Hearts of Iron 4 for our next series, guys. Hearts of Iron 4 has been dropping in views for my channel as well as other channels. This is not just a problem with mine, but it's been dropping in views for a while now. And if you look at last expansion that came out, Waking the Tiger, I did 2 campaigns around the time that that came out. That was the British and Soviet Union campaigns. They both have like 60-something thousand views, the episode 1. Of course, obviously count the views to the whole series. It's, hundreds of thousands, or maybe 100-something thousand views for each one of those series. But yeah, the episode 1s have 60-something thousand views apiece. Then I played 2 campaigns in the summer. That the German campaign and then the French... oh God, what mod did we play with that one? That was the French Kaiserreich mod campaign. So we played those 2. If you look at the views of those ones, they each have like maybe 15,000 something views, the episode 1s. So obviously a substantial drop from just that previous spring, just a matter of like 3 months in views. And then you look at the last one I did, which was the Italian one. I think that one we did in the fall last year, September, is when we started it. And that video has 7,000 views. Now you look at this one, that we just started on, it has about 2,000 views for the episode 1. Now, given, those first ones that I brought up have, that have 60-something thousand views, they are from last spring, so they're the oldest of them, but the amount of views they got in the beginning is far more than any the videos that or any of the series that I've done since those 2. I think they had, when I ended those campaigns, after however long it took to end them, 5 weeks or whatever, 5, maybe 6 weeks, they had like 30-something thousand views after when I ended them, compared to this one, which we're ending, which has 2,000 views. So, I mean, as you can see, the views have been declining for a while now, and it's not just my channel. I've seen a lot of Hearts of Iron 4 channels talking about this, saying that, they've been having to play other games. People have been asking why they're playing other games. It's because HOI4 just isn't bringing in the views. And I have a theory for this. I believe it's because Paradox games live and die based on their expansions. And Hearts of Iron 4 has, well, I stated this a while ago, I've been incredibly disappointed with the development of Hearts of Iron 4. They've just been, I don't know, they don't fix all the major issues that the game has. The expansions are just incredibly disappointing now, given I did like Waking the Tiger. But for the most part, they're mostly just adding national focus trees that are not even as good as what some of the mods provide. And little tiny itty-bitty features, nothing that really changes gameplay up, not all the things that people have been asking for that would like to see added into the game. They haven't really been doing that. Waking the Tiger, as I said, was the first expansion I really liked. And then the new expansion, Man the Guns. Oh my god, it looks so good. They're revamping the naval game, they're adding fuel to the game, which I think is going to drastically change the way the game plays. And I'm really excited to play with that new naval system. I think it's going to be just so fun to play with. Right now the naval game's kind of lackluster, I suppose. So I'm definitely excited to check that out. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be the best expansion yet. But it has been a year almost. I mean, given I think it was March when it came out, so I guess it hasn't been a year. It's been 10 months since the last expansion, and since we still have a release date, I'd be surprised if Man the Guns comes in February. Maybe it will, maybe late February, but we might not see it till March, which means it would have been a year since the last expansion. That's a long time for a Paradox game to go without expansions. Typically they have, at this point in their life cycle, 2 to 3 expansions per year. So I think that's why the views have been dropping. It's every time an expansion comes out, it has a rush of new players, it has a rush of returning players that have stepped away from the game who want to experience a new expansion, and that spills over into the YouTube content. People are excited about the new expansion and the new changes, and so they start watching more videos. So I think that because it's been so long and people are just have fallen off of it, they're just not interested anymore. I'm sure when the next expansion comes out, we'll see that rush again. But like other YouTubers, I'm feeling the same way that they are, that many of them have expressed, and they still are doing Hearts of Iron 4 videos, but you'll notice a lot of them, I don't know which ones you look at. I'm not really a big watcher of other people's content, but I do follow what people are doing, or try to anyway. Obviously it's pretty time consuming, so I don't do it as much as I'd like. And frankly, I like watching YouTube content, so I wish I had more time to watch other people's stuff. But I try and follow what's going on with other channels when I can, just to follow trends and stuff. And it does seem that they've been having issues as well. So I know it's not just my channel that's having problems with the HOI4 views. So what I'm thinking, guys, because of that, because this series has been the worst Hearts of Iron 4 series, and I know I say that all the time because every series is worse than the last one. I said that with the Italian one, I think, too. That was my worst series in views, and now this is my worst series in views. And so, as far as Hearts of Iron 4 go, I mean. So what I think we're going to do, guys, is step away from Hearts of Iron 4 until Man the Guns comes out. Because there's a lot of other Paradox games that I enjoy. I play Hearts of Iron 4 because it's the one that gets the most views. It's definitely one of my favorite. I used to really like EU4, but, it fell off for me, so I don't play it as much. But I also really like Crusader Kings, and I really like Stellaris. And I typically play Hearts of Iron because it gets more views. So if I'm going to play, a Paradox game, I prefer to play one that I haven't played in a while. And what the hell's going on over here? Oh, okay. Japan's got a little bit of territory right there because that's right. They're at war with them. So yeah, looks like all the kinds of things are messed up because of that. Yeah, right over here as well. The Japanese messing stuff up. But anyways, I would like to play, some of those other games. So if the reason why I don't is because I don't get any views. So if Hearts of Iron 4 isn't going to bring in the views it typically does, then why not play those other games while we wait for Man the Guns? And also, I'm extremely excited for Man the Guns. And I'm getting to that point that I often do with Paradox games where I don't want to play the game without the expansion anymore because I'm so excited for it and I want those features. And I think it's going to be soon, guys. I think announcement's going to be very soon. I think we'll see it within the next week or two. So I expect a early March release. Maybe I'm being hopeful, but I really think that we'll see an early March release. So then that would be a month away. So we wouldn't have any Hearts of Iron 4 for a month. And that's what I think we're going to do. So let me know what you guys think about that. As far as what we'd do next then, well, we just did the Stellaris, so it makes sense to do Crusader Kings 2. I have not played that on the channel for a long time. I don't know, it's maybe 2 years since I did that multiplayer series with Jinx, which was kind of a troublesome series to do. But yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I played CK2. I did that review of the last expansion. You guys, if you watch that review, I very much like the new expansion. I thought it was a fantastic addition. And I would love to play a CK2 series. So I think that's what we're going to do. I don't know for sure here just yet. I was going to talk, Jinx and I were talking about something here over the last week since right now our P+J series that we're going to do, the series I do with her, the game we're going to play that was supposed to come out this week. I guess it got delayed or something because it's not coming out this week. So we're talking about doing something on the channel here. I'll let you guys know further. I don't want to put anything out because we haven't really finalized anything yet. So when we start the CK2 series, it's going to be based on after I have that discussion with her on what we're going to be doing. So yeah, it's going to be either this. I would assume it'd be this week, unless Jinx and I decide to do something else, and then maybe it'd be the following week in here. But yeah, it shouldn't be any longer than a week from the day this video comes out. I'd assume about a week or so, maybe less than that. So yeah, I'm excited to hop into that. It's been a long time since I played CK2, and I know that there's been a lot of people on the channel been asking for it for a long time. So I'm really looking forward to hopping into it. I meant to do it when the last expansion came out, but didn't have time. It took me so long to do that damn review, so I didn't have time to start a Let's Play. So I don't know who I'll be playing yet, which character, obviously. I really got to dig into it. I always like trying to play as fun historical characters if I can for my CK2 series. But I think it probably will be in certain regions. I'm thinking either England, France, or Italy. Yeah, I think that would probably be one of the 3 countries we would start in. I haven't decided on a date either, though I don't think it's going to be one of the earlier starting dates. I think it'll probably be one of the more mid ones. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. I'd love to hear your guys' suggestions on that. I did put out a post several months ago on Patreon for the patrons to make some suggestions for characters that we could play as. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' suggestions here in the comments as well. It might end up being a role-playing playthrough. If you don't know what that is, it's not me talking and speaking in Old English or anything like that. It's going to be where you have to base your actions off of your character's traits. Make it kind of feel somewhat realistic. To what your character would do based on their traits. I've always wanted to do a role playing Let's Play with CK2. I just think it would be really fun from the typical, you know, just try and gather up as much power as you can and always make the most smartest, efficient decision. I think it would be fun to do a little bit more role-playing based on your character's traits, so I might do that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. I don't know if you guys like the more role-playing. Once again, as I said, it's not me actually playing as a character. I'm not going to you know, do anything weird. It's just, you know, you base your decisions based on, you know, your character's traits. So if, you know, if your character is greedy, then you're going to make very greedy decisions. If your character is lustful, then you're probably going to focus on trying to get that vagina. You know, there's all different kinds of traits obviously in the game, and it can make for a very fun playthrough for each character, and it makes you play differently for every character. And I don't know, I think it'd be fun. So I would love to hear your guys' opinion on that, both which character and country we can play, as well as whether or not you would be digging that, whether roleplay would be something you'd be into, playthrough. So post that down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of this series. Did you think it was the worst series I ever did, as our commenter from before implied, who got all mad and ended up deleting his comment because he was so irritated and said he's unsubscribing from the channel? Do you agree with him? This is the worst series ever. Did you like it? Any thoughts on it? Any suggestions? Also, for future series with Man the Guns, the final thing I'm going to mention here, guys, and then we're going to end this video, because I know I've had several people asking who I'm going to play when Man the Guns comes out. And I've had some good suggestions, like the Dutch. I think the Dutch would be fun. But I really want to play as a strong naval power. Given that Man the Guns is focused on the naval game, I think it would just be super fun to really focus on that. To try and like really, I don't know, just kind of play around with the mechanics, the new naval system. And so you do need a strong naval power to do that. So that would be either Britain, United States, or Japan. Now, since out of the three of those, the most recent one that we did was the British, which was, you know, when Waking the Tiger came out, and I also did the British for my first campaign with Waking the Tiger. I don't think we'll play as the Brits. I think it might be better to play as either the Americans or the Japanese. Now, considering that America does have a new focus tree in that expansion, yeah, it might be a good idea to play with the Americans. I haven't entirely decided on them though, because I know that, you know, I do a lot of democratic communist playthroughs, and we haven't really played as a fascist in a while. So it might be fun to do that as Japan. But then again, we also played as fascist in the last Japan playthrough, so maybe it would be better to go a different route on their focus tree. So yeah, I don't know which one between these two. As far as the rest of the features of the patch, you know, it is also focused on democracy, adding more things to them, and that kind of makes me want to play as like a democratic Japan, because if I play as America, I'm probably not going to play as democracy again. Our last American campaign was as a democracy, so I'd like to play as either communist or fascist for the Americans. So yeah, I think yeah, I could definitely go with either one of these, Japan or America. I haven't really decided just yet. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well for our first campaign for Man the Guns. Like I said, you can suggest other powers, but I really do think we should play as a strong naval power, so we can really dig into that. All the new changes and mechanics. I think it'll be a blast. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this episode, the end of the series. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I had fun with it. I think it was a fun campaign, and it was just the right length for me as well. I know that some of these campaigns have been a little bit shorter, where we're ending like episode 17 or whatever, but that's a little bit short, I feel, for Hearts of Iron 4 series. But also, we've had a lot of campaigns where they go 40-something, 50-something episodes, and I always feel like that's a little bit too long, you know, playing for like a month and a half, 2 months on a campaign. It does feel a little bit too long. So this is just the right number. Like 20-something episodes, I always feel is a pretty good number for a campaign. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it as much as I did. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and go check out some of our other videos. And if you're looking for Hearts of Iron 4 content while you wait for Man the Guns, I've got a ton, like what, 19? I don't even know how many campaigns we've done on the channel. A lot. At least 18, 19, 20, somewhere around there. So you should be able to find something that you like there. If you're looking for other Paradox games, we did a Stellaris series recently. Also did an EU4 series not that long ago, so go check those out, as well as when we start the CK2 series. I hope to see you on that one too. And if you're looking for other games, I play a ton of strategy games, a ton of games from other genres on the channel, so you should be able to find something that you enjoy amongst our 2,000 something videos. So yeah, hope to see you guys on the next series, the next CK2 series, the next Hearts of Iron 4 series. And we're going to leave it off on this one. Hope to see you down in the comments as well. And thanks for watching.